Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the National Timely Action Hour podcast. This is the show where we talk about everything from comic books to video games and everything in between. My name is Aidan, and I hope that you're doing well today. This is Season 4, Episode 13, and in this episode I want to do a ranking of the side quests in the 2015 video game Batman Arkham Knight. Now, at the time of recording, it is the 8th of July, so it's just under a month since we celebrated the 10-year anniversary of this game's release. And since I recently finished replaying it, I figured why not get my thoughts about the side quests out of the way, because for the most part, I enjoy the side quests, although I do have certain criticisms about them, and I will get into those once we get to each individual quest. But overall, I enjoyed the game. I have some issues with the main story as well, but it's fun to play. The graphics are beautiful. The acting, the music, the gameplay are all top of the line. My main criticism comes from the Batmobile missions, but I think everyone's beaten that dead horse already. So without any further ado, let us commence forth. So at number 1, my favorite of the side quests is Gunrunner, where Batman and Nightwing have to stop the Penguin's illegal gun trade. So you have to find weapon caches by tracking down the Penguin's men at arms deals. And so once you follow them back to the cache, you beat up the goons and you destroy the guns. Then eventually that leads to you apprehending the Penguin. Overall, 10 out of 10. Absolutely love this side quest. And it's good to see Batman and Nightwing work together. Then at number two, we aptly have Two-Faced Bandit, where Two-Face and his men are robbing the banks in Gotham City. So Batman has to go and stop them. Then at the end, you arrest Two-Face. It's in terms of gameplay, I mean, it's pretty standard. It's just stealth missions, but with an added twist of the bank alarms going off, so you don't have to be that silent. And then after the last bank, you have to stop the men. The Two-Face and his reinforcements come in. Then you stop them. You beat up Two-Face, you bring him to jail. Pretty standard, but I just think that, it's fun getting to stop bank robberies and, having the emotional connection between Bruce Wayne and Harvey Dent, who are childhood friends, both in the comic books and in the Arkham series. That really adds to the emotion. Then at number 3, we have Riddler's Revenge, where we have to rescue Catwoman, who's been kidnapped by the Riddler, and he has you solve his puzzles and collect his Riddler trophies, but there's an addition of Batmobile racetracks. And, these racetracks are fun, and I always enjoy solving the riddles. It's just that there's over 240 riddles, and it's absolutely ridiculous having to solve them all. And that includes the actual riddles and the Riddler trophies and indestructible objects that the Riddler wants you to blow up. And then there's the racetracks. So it's a grind, but it's fun, although it can be aggravating. And there have been many a time when I wanted to destroy my computer, but I resisted the urge because my anger issues, mixed with this, it just drove me insane. So thank God I don't have to solve any more riddles. But yeah, it's a fun mission, except for the aggravation, but it's well worth it. And then at number 4, we have Creature of the Night, where this version of Batman meets Man-Bat for the first time, and you just have to, track down Man-Bat and create a cure and administer the cure, then bring him to the police. It's pretty simple, but it's, fun trying to figure out, okay, where is this giant guy who turned into a bat? But, moving on to number 5, we have Heir to the Cowl. And this is where Azrael is tested to see if he's a worthy successor to Batman. And I just really like the mission because you have to do combat simulations. And, Azrael has the same moveset as Batman, so it's just, not getting hit while completing the challenge. And it's, I believe, 4 challenges. And then at number 6, we have Lamb to the Slaughter, where Jack Ryder, a.k.a. the Creeper, investigates Deacon Blackfire and his cult. And, you just have to fuck them up. Then at number 7, we have The Perfect Crime. This is where Batman tracks down a serial killer. And, really no complaints here. Backtracking to Lamb to the Slaughter, it could have been, you have hints of it leading up to the actual mission. And then once you get the mission, it's just a quick combat encounter. It's nothing too spectacular, but it's a fun mission if you put it all into context. But then at number 8, we have The Line of Duty, where you have to rescue the firefighters from the Station 17 firehouse who have been kidnapped by, roving gangs of Gotham criminals. So you just have to track them down, beat up the bad guys, and save the firefighters. Nothing too noteworthy. It's just fun to, explore the city and help the civil servants. Then at number 9, we have In From the Cold, where you have to track down Nora Freeze and rescue her and reunite her with her husband, Mr. Freeze. Again, no notes. I just think that it's a very emotional conclusion to their story, since it is the end of this saga. But, Then at number 10, we have Beneath the Surface, where Killer Croc crashes the Iron Heights prison Zeppelin. And so you have to rescue the guards and beat up Killer Croc with Nightwing. Pretty cool. Then at number 11, we have Wonderland, where the Mad Hatter has kidnapped police officers. So you have to find them and rescue them, and then beat up the Mad Hatter. Then at number 12, we have Shadow War, where there is a civil war within the League of Assassins. So you have to stop them and defeat Ra's al Ghul. Then at number 13, we have Gotham on Fire, where Firefly is burning down the fire stations, and you have to stop him. Then at number 14, we have the militia side quests. So there's, militia outposts, watchtowers, and bombs that they have placed around the city. So you have to disarm the bombs, take out the watchtowers and the checkpoints, and then that leads to, saving the city from their occupation. Because Scarecrow hired a militia to help him take over the city. So you just have to, knock them down several pegs. And then at the bottom of the barrel, number 15, we have Friend in Need, where Hush kidnaps Lucius Fox. And, this is just the worst of the worst. It sucks because in Batman Arkham City, the Hush side quest was really good, and it built him up as the, next big villain, because Paul Dini, who wrote the first 2 games, was setting up Hush to be the villain of the 3rd game, but then, he was not asked to come back to write the script for the third game, Arkham Knight. So the game developer, director Sefton Hill, who is also the, co-founder of the studio, he wrote the script himself. I mean, it's not a bad script. It's just, he really fucked up Hush, and that's a shame. Now, Hush isn't my favorite Batman villain. I enjoy his initial story and the sequel story, Hush Returns, but God Almighty, this mission sucked. But yeah, that's all I have for you today on this episode of the National Timely Action Hour podcast. Once again, my name is Aiden. Thank you so much for listening. And if you're new to this show and want to check out more episodes like this, please subscribe and share it with your friends. And if they're interested in this sort of content, leave a comment suggesting any future episodes and tell me what your favorite Arkham Knight side mission is. And I post this on Spotify.com as well as YouTube.com. So on the YouTube version, in the description, I'll leave the links to my main YouTube channel where I review comic books, video games, movies, TV shows, and have my video game gameplay. And I will also leave the links to my social media profiles. So if you're wanting to get an update or send me a message, please click on that link. And I'll also leave a link to my Patreon page and merch store. So if you'd like to support this show financially, you can get early access to episodes of the podcast and videos on my main YouTube channel. Please subscribe to the main YouTube channel. But Patreon, you get exclusive videos and episodes of the podcast and early access. And you can also send me a specific request for anything. And I'll also thank you in the credits. But at the merch store, you can get a t-shirt or a coffee mug with the podcast / YouTube channel's logo on it. So thank you for considering that, and have a wonderful day. Bye.